Good evening and thanks so much for joining us for this update from your coronavirus headquarters. I'm Martha Koloski. More than 6,500 people have tested positive for COVID-19 in Wisconsin and more than 3,200 have recovered. That's nearly half of the cases being reported in the state. 308 people, though, have died in the state. One new case is also being reported in La Crosse County, but 26 of the cases in the county have already recovered. And although there can be a lot of different symptoms for the coronavirus, these are the top 3 symptoms that people in the La Crosse County area experience. Nearly 85% get a cough, 83% a fever, and about 62% experience muscle aches. Well, a new COVID-19 testing location is coming to Buffalo County. The Wisconsin National Guard will host a testing location on Friday in Alma. Anyone 5 years of age or older who currently has COVID-19 symptoms is eligible for nasal swab testing. High-risk individuals, which also includes those 65 years of age or older, and those also with underlying medical conditions, will also be tested. The assistance comes after a request by the health departments in Buffalo and Pepin counties. The testing site will be at the Buffalo County Highway Department on State Highway 37 on Friday from 11 in the morning until 7 in the evening. And then across in Iowa, there are more than 6,800 cases. 148 have died. More than 3,000 of the cases in Iowa have been reported in just the last week. Total recoveries in Iowa are more than 2,400. Also in Iowa, there are 88 cases in Allamakee County with at least 35 recoveries. Winneshiek County has 15 positive cases, not 24 as the state's health department had previously reported. No new cases are being reported in Winona County, and at least 24 people have recovered there. And then across in Minnesota, there are more than 4,600 infections. This is the second straight day that Minnesota has set a new record for positive cases, though. More than 300 people have died from the virus, but there is some good news. More than 2,000 people are no longer needing to be in isolation. Well, some businesses in Wisconsin are starting to reopen today under the state's latest emergency order. It's part of the Badger Bounce Back plan from Governor Tony Evers to slowly lift restrictions meant to reduce the spread from the coronavirus. News 8 Now's Mal Meyer went to one business as they let in some of their first few customers.
It was March 24th when Patience Renning learned her business, Doggy Zen and Den, needed to close by the next morning.
It was pretty chaotic.
She rushed to let her customers know they had to close under the Safer at Home order.
We were one of the ones that were going to be here the next day. They canceled our appointment and said as soon as we can get reopened, we'll send you an email.
After 5 weeks of waiting, he got the message. A new state order issued this week allowed car washes, outdoor recreational rentals, and curbside drop-offs for some goods or animal services starting Wednesday. But they have to limit the number of staff in one room, customers aren't allowed in, and services have to be paid for online or by phone. The owner of Doggy Zen and Den says they were already taking steps to protect their customers and staff members.
Groomers oftentimes already wear masks just for the pet dander, the dirt, the hair, and other things like that. So many things were already in place.
Renning says she was surprised that they weren't allowed to stay open to begin with, since she feels her business was able to abide by the guidelines.
We felt like it was very easily adaptable. So I was pretty surprised to say that we had to completely stop all services.
It's a sentiment not lost on customer Mark Gilbertson.
I think they just should have went with these rules and kept going and not shut down for a month. Kind of hurt their business, I'm sure, but small businesses like this that don't really have people-to-people contact, it should be able to operate, but it's good to have them back open again.
For Renning, it's a huge relief knowing that her employees and clients are being cared for again. Like any small business, they're just happy to reopen, whatever it takes.
We were willing to adapt and make sure that what we were doing was the safest for our staff and for our clientele.
In Holmen, Mal Meyer, News 8 Now.
Now, the state order says the decision to reopen these types of companies was based on a collaboration with business leaders, the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, as well as Department of Health Services. Well, more than $14,000 has already been raised for the La Crosse Bar and Restaurant Relief Fund. The fund was created earlier this month with the goal of helping local businesses. Donations from community members and businesses is part of the effort. And then tomorrow, another virtual Moon Tunes will be held from 5 until 7 in the evening. Piggy's Restaurant in downtown La Crosse will sell meals for the event, with proceeds benefiting the Relief Fund. The Moon Tunes concerts are set to continue Thursdays in the weeks ahead. We do have information about how you can donate. Just head to our website, which is news8000.com. And thanks so much for joining us for this coronavirus update. We hope to see you tonight at 10.